Former Jets quarterback Mark Sanchez's shocking Indianapolis brawl has taken a grim turn, with new details revealing the 38-year-old was acting erratically, slurring his words, and reeking of alcohol before he allegedly body slammed a 69-year-old grease truck driver who fought back in self-defense. So I'm Joseph Morris, and don't forget to like and subscribe. This is a major update to the violent clash we covered before, diving into fresh court documents, surveillance footage, and chilling accounts that paint a darker picture of what went down in that Indianapolis alley early Saturday, October 4th, around 12:30 a.m. The scene unfolded near Lou Miller's Pub and Eatery in a loading dock alley off West Washington Street by the Westin Hotel. The 69-year-old grease truck driver, known only as PT in court filings, was parked there, his box truck roaring as he swapped out used fryer oil for the hotel. Without his hearing aids to block the noise, PT leaned in to hear better when Mark Sanchez, fresh off drinks and doing bizarre, quote, wind sprints in the alley, yes, you heard that right, sprinting like he was back on the field, approached him, stinking of booze and slurring heavily per the affidavit. So here's where it escalated fast. Surveillance from the nearby Marriott downtown caught Mark striding up to PT's truck, yanking open the driver's door, and climbing halfway inside, blocking PT from grabbing his phone. Mark allegedly barked that he'd spoken to the hotel manager and that PT's truck was blocking the alley, forbidden from parking there for oil swaps. PT stepped out to confront him, and a witness nearby thought they were just pals chatting, until both pulled out their phones to record each other. Tension crackling. Mark then trailed PT, who backed away, but the 6'2", 230-pound former quarterback wasn't slowing down. The Westin's video showed Mark grabbing PT and hurling him against the alley's wall, then tossing him toward a dumpster before slamming him to the pavement, according to the probable cause affidavit. In that moment, PT, cornered and fearing for his life, thought, "This guy is trying to kill me," court documents revealed. He blasted Mark with pepper spray, but Mark shrugged it off like a linebacker and kept charging. Desperate, PT pulled a knife and stabbed Mark 2 or 3 times in the upper right chest, wounds that left Mark stumbling northbound with a shocked expression, blood trailing behind him. PT wasn't unscathed either. In the chaos, he suffered a horrific gash slicing through his left cheek to his tongue, landing him in a hospital bed with a neck brace, battered and blood-soaked, as photos shared by Fox 59 anchor Angela Gnot show. PT's wife told WXIN the cut was so deep it's affected his ability to speak or eat. Police found Mark banging on Lou Miller's pub's locked door, blood soaking his chest, abdomen, and even his pants crotch area, as manager Scott Bennett described to WXIN. Scott pulled him inside, slapped towels on the wounds, and called 911, noting Mark showed no signs of booze or slurring then, just pain and confusion. Mark told Detective Christopher Edwards he only recalled grabbing for a window with no memory of who stabbed him or where it happened. Rushed to Eskenazi Hospital in critical condition, Mark stabilized quickly, got discharged Sunday morning, October 5th, and was arrested in his hospital bed on initial misdemeanor charges: battery resulting in injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle for prying at PT's door, and public intoxication endangering another. He posted a $300 cash bond with a no-contact order and was booked into Marion County Jail. But the plot thickened on Monday, October 6th, today, when Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears dropped a bombshell at a press briefing after reviewing PT's gruesome injuries. photos showing that tongue-slicing gash, and the damning hotel footage. Ryan announced, "With that additional information, we have added more serious charges against Mr. Sanchez. At this point in time, we have filed a felony charge, a level 5 felony, a battery involving serious bodily injury, which contains a penalty of 1 to 6 years. He stressed, "This is by no means the end of this investigation, with search warrants still pending for more witnesses and footage." Ryan added Sunday in a statement, "This incident should never have happened. What began as a disagreement between a 38-year-old former professional athlete and a 69-year-old man should not have escalated into violence or left anyone seriously injured." Mark's initial court hearing is set for Tuesday, October 7th, and a conviction could mean up to 6 years behind bars. PT's shocked family told the New York Post late Sunday he's okay, but still processing, with his wife noting his brutal cheek wound. They're consulting lawyers and keeping quiet for now, saying, "We want to be careful what's said. We appreciate that." Fox Sports, where Mark was slated to call the Colts-Raiders game with Chris Myers and Christina Pink, swapped him out for ex-QB Brady Quinn. During Sunday's program, host Charles Thompson addressed it awkwardly, saying, "Friday night in Indianapolis, one of our team members, Mark Sanchez, was involved in an incident that we're still trying to wrap our heads around." The New York Post Sunday front page screamed unnecessary roughness, capturing the brawl's fallout, while the Jets sent well wishes on X for Mark's recovery. So what's wild is imagining Mark, a dad with a Hollywood wife like Perry Matfield and 3 kids at home, doing wind sprints in an alley at midnight before picking a fight over a truck's parking spot. If you were PT cornered by a slurring, sprinting ex-NFL star, would you have reached for the spray or the knife? Or just tried talking him down? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I don't know how I would have handled this situation. So in my opinion, these new details, Mark's erratic wind sprints, the booze-soaked slurring, and that relentless attack on a 69-year-old just doing his job, turned this from a murky scuffle into a clear-cut case of reckless aggression. Most of us eventually reach a point when we realize good things rarely happen outside a bar after midnight on a Friday night, especially with families and careers on the line. The footage and PT's brutal injuries, slicing through his cheek to his tongue, justify that felony upgrade. And with up to 6 years looming, Mark's broadcasting career might crash harder than his NFL days did after that infamous butt fumble. If this probable cause affidavit is accurate, his NFL analyst gig is long gone. I just pray that PT heals from this nightmare shift and Mark gets a reality check to avoid alley fights at 1 a.m. Nobody wins when blood stains the pavement like this. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe and leave a comment, because I read every single one, or try to. Bye guys.